This right here is the image link. This is the same as the link that is in the notepad. And this would be the file name. And the embedded code, this is the link in the HTML where you would represent the web page or when you would share the document.
Sorry, I just need to, if I can approach or something different information. Okay. There is, next to the embed codes, well, I'll point over here. You point up there. There's something that says about. Does that have the potential to give you more information about that image?
It does.
Okay, so if we go to the page of this exhibit. Is this the information that comes up when you click that about link?
It is. This is EXIF data, which is,
Can you spell that for the court workers?
EXIF is EXIF.
Okay. And what does that mean?
It's actually data that is about the image. It's basically data about data. It contains things from the date and time of the original, the manufacturer of the camera, GPS coordinate locations. So when you get that information, you can also go back and even tell, even up to the exposures, whether the flash was on, and just a lot of information about the image itself.
So for 100A, does it first tell you, let's start with the date and time of the original.
The date and time of the original was 9/29/17/01/21.
So September 29th at 5:01. Sorry, I have to subtract 12.
That is correct.
Okay. Does this tell you what type of camera took that phone?
It does.
Took that photo, excuse me. What kind?
The manufacturer was Apple, and it was a model iPhone XS Max.
What is the model of the defendant's phone that you extracted?
iPhone XS Max.
Did you, well, I'll go through all these exhibits first, and then we'll just go through the next set. Where applicable, because you have the hard copies, if there is that extra data, just.
Would you like to see that? Is it okay if I send it to this whole document, see your receipt?
Just don't
I'm blocking it, I'm not blocking it. All right, go ahead.
So if you can go to 100B, and as I said, if you were able to get that extra data, just let us know.
I was.
Tell us about this image.
This image is also one of the the image link was included in the notes. I can also say that it was the manufacturer of the camera that took this picture was an Apple iPhone XS Max, and the date and time of the original is 9/29/17/01/27.
And if you can just, sorry, can you say September 29th in the time? Otherwise, it's like a whole lot of numbers, and I want to make sure we're getting the date and the time separate.
September 29th.
Okay. Just scroll up to the 30 so they can see. Okay. And that's where you were getting that date created and the camera.
That is
information.
correct.
Okay. 100C. What can you tell us about this image?
Again, same. This is image link. The image was from the notepad on the device, and again, the manufacturer was an Apple. The model was an iPhone XS Max, and the date and time of the original is September 29th. 1701/41/2020.
And just to save time, when you are giving us that information, that means that that third page is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 100D,
Also in the notes, this was an Apple iPhone XS Max. This was created on September 29th, 1701/2020.
I have a lot of demand, I'm gonna ask that you wait until the exhibit goes up for first. Sorry. E. What can you tell us about this?
It's also from the notepad and the link. This was also created with a Apple iPhone XS Max, and it was created on September 29th, 2020 at 17:02.
100F.
Again, this is from the notepad, and this was also created with an Apple iPhone XS Max, and this was created 9/29/1702/2020, or September 29th, 1702.
100D.
Again, from the notepad, this is an Apple iPhone XS Max, and this was created 1703, September 29th, 2020. Again, from the notepad, Notes app, Apple iPhone XS Max, created on 1703 on September 29th, 2020.
I.
Again, from the Notes app,
Russ,
It's a manufacturer's Apple iPhone XS Max. Date and time is September 29th, 2020 at 17:03.
Jay?
Again, from the Notes app. Again, it was a Apple iPhone XS Max, September 29th at 17:03, 2020.
Okay, let me just pause you for a second. At the top of this photo of a text message, there appears to be a phone number, correct?
Yes, ma'am. It would
You
be,
may not know. Do you know who that phone number belongs to?
I'm not sure, no.
100K.
$100K. That is also a link from the Notepad app, or Notes app. And this also came from an iPhone XS Max on September 29th, 2020 at 17:03.
L.
Again, from the Notes app, and it's also an Apple iPhone XS Max. The date and time is September 29th, 2020, 17:03. Again, from the Notes app, Apple iPhone XS Max. This was at September 29th, 2020 at 17:04.
N.
Again, from the Notes app. This is also from an Apple iPhone XS Max. This was at 9/29, or September 29th, 2020 at 17:04.
So far, pretty much all on the same day around the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
O.
Again, this is also from the Apple iPhone XS Max. This was September 29th, 2020 at 17:06. All right, again, from the Notes app, this is the Apple iPhone, it's from Apple iPhone XS Max. And date and time original was September 29th, 2020 at 17:06. Q is also from the Notes app. It was also an Apple iPhone XS Max. And the date and time of original is September 29th, 2020 at 17:06.
R.
R is also from the Notes app. And it also came from an Apple iPhone XS Max on September 29th, 2020 at 17:07:11.
And last for this set, S.
Okay, this also came from the Notes app. It also came from an Apple iPhone XS Max, date and time September 29th, 2020 at 17:08.
Now approaching with 100 A2 through S2. Were you able to find each of those images on the defendant's phone, which was an iPhone SX Max?
Yes, ma'am.
If you could just look through those and tell me if those, I'll do that.
Okay.
Tell me if those are the excerpts of your,
These
you need those?
go on to you.
Start looking through those after this.
Yes, these are the excerpts from my report.
And where on the phone did you find those images?
They were in a temporary file that was associated with Safari.
Can you explain what that means?
A temporary file it's where an application will store a file temporarily for it to use. It could be temporarily there until it's downloaded. It could be temporarily there when it's uploaded. But it's just a temporary holding spot for a file.
I think we can go through these a little bit more quickly. I'm sorry, actually, Your Honor, I would ask that 100A2 through 100S2 be admitted and published.
Your Honor, take a look at them. I was told they weren't anxious for this.
Pretty much around the same time. I mean, that's Ben's probably better to ask about, but I think they're all about the same time.
I was going to check that just in terms of, I don't know if there's been a proper foundation laid for the timing of these, creation of these documents. I don't, so I just I'll make that objection, Your Honor. But without that, otherwise, you can limit it, but I'm object to him on that basis for the record.
All right, State's Exhibits 100A2 through 100S2 are admitted into evidence of the defendant's objection.
Let me clarify one thing before we go through those. These photos are just the photos from the ibd.co links that were in the notepad, correct? Not from any sort of
Correct.
communication. Okay, so we'll try and go through this a little bit more quickly. And does each exhibit show when the particular image was created?
So far, yes.
This is my point.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm asking is, can we just fast forward to the third page of each exhibit? Okay.